Hello everyone, Liz has asked me to do a channel takeover. So, let the record show that I, Olive Penderghast, being of sound mind and below average breast size, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, starting now. And what better way to share my private thoughts by broadcasting them on the internet again. So, here it is. Part 1. The shudder-inducing and cliched account of how I went to FanX 2017. Nobody expects a girl from California to wind up in Salt Lake City, Utah. I mean, the only thing we hear about Utah is Mormonism and how great of a place it is to hike. But I heard about this convention and decided, what the hell, let's go road trip. I mean, it's spring break anyway, might as well get some new and exciting opportunities and experiences under my belt before going back to school. So I figured that because this is a convention and it's kind of expected to wear a costume, we bring ourselves to part 2. Why bring back the Harlot? I had an issue with lying a couple years back, and you know, I was trying to figure out what to wear to this convention, but I didn't know what to wear. And then I saw a corset in the back of my closet. I had thought I put those years behind me. However, I decided, why not bring back this? I mean, I paid for the corset already. And then that brings the ridiculous 10-hour sewing session to get some ruffles on this and make the A. I wanted the A to come off because, I mean, let's be honest, this isn't me anymore. And I decided that maybe one day I'll be able to bring this corset to, you know, another use. And so I didn't want to ruin it by forever embezzling the A on my corset. And I got ready in the morning, you know, did the typical put my clothes on, get a little bit of makeup so I look presentable, and then I had to decide how I was gonna arrive there. Which brings us to part 3. The arrival and why going straight to the art is a problem. So I found some of my friends and we decided to go and hang out and have a good time, and we got there, and as soon as you walk into the doors there are masterpieces of art. And so I decided, why not let me go look at them? And yeah, I had decided that there were a few panels that sounded pretty interesting. I mean, they did a reunion for the Princess Bride, which sounded pretty interesting. I mean, anybody wants to hear Carrie Ells talk about how he swooned Buttercup, so I mean, I was gonna go to that, but I had an hour to kill. And then I saw the art, and let's just say that I couldn't help myself, and before I knew it, 2 hours had passed and I completely missed my panel. However, I got my hands on some really stinking amazing art. First, we have this Big Daddy Mr. Bubbles from BioShock, and also this Legend of Zelda artwork. I sadly do not remember who I got this from. It was a group of 3 different artists, and they didn't exactly have information for me to copy down. Next, we got this cute Zootopia artwork from an artist called Winged Warrior. Next, I found this bookmark, which is a Moana bookmark, which is really pretty, and I can't wait to put it in the books I have, and this was by Hannah Doodles. Next, I came across this beautiful individual dragon art pieces. She draws dragon art very well, and this is by Cinder Ash Creations. And the last piece of artwork I got was this Ariel and Flounder piece. I was really blown away by the detail and the art style, and this is done by Melissa May. And so obviously you can see why I'd be so distracted by such beautiful artwork. Next, this brings me to part 4. Don't wear heels without back up. I decided to show up to the convention in some pretty, like, not really high-rising heels. However, you're walking on concrete floors the entire time, and let's just say my legs were done. And so I'm super glad that I stashed some flats in my purse to make up for my sore feet. Otherwise, I would have left the convention so much earlier. And this brings me to part 5. The people you meet. I met several people on my adventures. Some people I knew from, you know, my video games. There's a BioShock group. It was quite entertaining and I was pretty excited by seeing them. So I obviously snagged some pictures and made some friends. I also met somebody who dressed up as John Oliver, which was hysterical and a highlight to my day. So I couldn't help but take a picture of him with the Doctor Who TARDIS. Also, the person who dressed up as Elizabeth from BioShock really wanted me to sing that I Got a Pocket Full of Sunshine song. I mean, I guess, you know, that song will never, ever leave me.
Will you please sing the I've Got a Pocket Full of Sunshine?
I got a pocket full of sunshine. I got a love that I know that's all mine. Oh, wow.
Thank you.
Another thing that I noticed was in the artist gallery, people were calling me by name. Like, they knew Olive Penderghast, which, I mean, I guess they somehow saw my first webcast where, you know, I talked about my issues with promiscuity and lying and everything. It was kind of weird because, you know, I used to be anonymous and, you know, tripped in the halls at school and people didn't see me. And now I guess they know me, and it was a different experience, I'll say that much. And that brings me to part 6, heading home. After being at the convention for approximately 4.5 hours, I was exhausted and tired, and I was just done for the day. And I just really wanted to go home, rest, kick up my feet, maybe give it a little massage because those heels were really killing me. So we went home and took a little nap. Not that I owe you guys any more confessions, but I had a really great time at FanX 2017. Now, will I go to another convention? I don't know. It might happen, it might not happen. And if you really think it should, let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, subscribe, whatever. If you want to see any more video content like this one, and I'll see you guys next time. Potentially. Goodbye!